Howdy, howdy. My name's Trishaly. Welcome to the Common Sense Cowgirl. So this has been driving me nuts ever since a day or two after the inauguration day. I started seeing these reports.
President Trump delivered his pet frog's morning in dystopia speech to a mall that had more empty white space than the Republican plan to replace Obamacare. Presumably because most attendees were brutally murdered upon arrival in an urban city. Damn you, American carnage.
Really upsetting.
Think about it. He's exaggerated the size of his inauguration crowd. It did rain while you were speaking. That's why your wife was holding up an umbrella and people behind you were wearing ponchos.
There was, I think it's safe to say, there was light turnout for the Trump inauguration today. The new president had promised that he would break all records, that they would have a bigger crowd turning out for his inauguration than had ever turned out for any inauguration previously. Clearly, that did not happen. You've seen these pictures today, the comparison pictures from the Trump inauguration with the first term of President Obama. This is a view of the number of people who turned out in the unticketed area on the National Mall where anybody can come out to watch the events. Along the inaugural parade route, there definitely were places where there were crowds, both Trump supporters mostly and also some Trump protesters. But there were large stretches of the inaugural parade route that had nobody at all, or very few people. And there was this strange scene of large blocks of risers right next to the White House, right next to the reviewing stand, actually kind of prime seats for watching the inaugural parade that were basically empty. We were reporting today on that scene live today as it was happening, as the inaugural parade was starting up. And we were just looking at the same live pictures as anybody. You may have seen our coverage this afternoon when we were talking about this. We couldn't figure out how it was possible to have so many empty seats, especially in what counts as the good seats right next to the White House at the prime time and prime viewing position for the inaugural parade.
If Rachel really wanted to know why there was so few people there, which isn't even true.
2009 Obama inauguration by New York Times, it says here, politics, and 2017 Trump inauguration. All right, so let's look at CNN's gigapixel. I mean, this thing is amazing. You know, we're talking gig, all right. I mean, look at that. But, I mean, look how far back you can go. This thing is, this goes to show you how Big Brother's watching you from way up high. So here's actually Donald Trump right there, okay? And of course you can just click down here. Well, you can't see right now, but I click and it zooms in on him.
One thing this shows is how far over they go here. Look how far this is. This goes all the way down here, all the way down. Nobody sees that. You don't see that in the pictures. But when you look at this tremendous sea of love, I call it a sea of love. It's really something special that all these people traveled here from all parts of the country, maybe the world, but all parts of the country. Hard for them to get here. Many of these people were the forgotten men and women, many of them. And they loved what I had to say. But more importantly, they're going to love the result.
Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But if she really wanted to know why the crowd was so small, she could have asked some people that were at the inauguration and she would have learned this.
Police officer, get out of here! Leave! This is the kind of freedom you guys talking about. Respect the protest! Yo, get off her! Get off her! Go the other way! Why don't you uncover your face? Go another way! Go another way! Hold the line! Go another way! Try a different way! You can do not speak to
people from across the street.
It's called the First Amendment.
No, First Amendment doesn't give you the right to block people from crossing the street. Not a chance.
So, and now all these people in the media want to make fun of Donald Trump and say he's like trying to have some kind of pickle measuring contest. Donald Trump is just pointing out the facts. And so disappointed with Kellyanne Conway for this comment.
Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that.
No, they're not alternative facts. They're the real, true, and only facts of the actual story of reality of what actually happened. There's so much misinformation out there, and it's super frustrating for people to be able to weed through what is fake and what is real, the facts and the reality versus the fiction and the false narrative is one of the main things that spurred me to start making this video series, to just keep people honest and set the record straight. It's just really super important to be able to make correct choices and decisions in life, to be presented with factual data. So I'll be continuing to make these videos in the hope of correcting some mistakes that are getting made on a regular basis. I think for a specific purpose, basically to control all of our decisions as far as the foods we choose to eat, the places we choose to go, and all of that stuff in between, where we decide to shop, where we spend our dollars and our time and our effort, how we feel and react to certain scenarios that we're presented with. But before I go, I want everybody out there to know that I'm a firm believer that in this life, absolutely anybody can be, do, and have anything they want, or we can have everything we want. And I choose everything, and I hope you will too, because you can. So just ask me how. Have an amazing day. And if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you out in the pasture.